Hello and welcome to Energy Voice Out Loud, leading the global energy conversation. I'm your host Ryan Duff, and joining me today is one of the people that made the Women in New Energy event all possible and CEO of ThinkPR, Annabel Sall.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We're recording this on a Monday morning. I've gotten to the point that the energy's sort of built up now and I'm sort of ready for the week ahead, And thinking about looking ahead, we've got a second Women in New Energy event,
We do,
right?
yes.
So the first one, obviously a great success if we're getting a second one. But before we dive into what's happening this year, let's maybe recap what happened last year and how impactful was it?
We were absolutely outstanding by the support that we got for last year's event. It was sold out. We had hundreds of people joining us online as well. It was really, really successful. And I think we didn't anticipate the amount of kind of feedback we would get. People want another event. So obviously we've been working hard to deliver that this year, which is going to take place on the 26th of September, again at the Chester Hotel.
Good. Glad to hear it. And so for those people that were demanding that next wine event, I know we're not talking about Shiraz, we're talking, of course, about Women in New Energy. What can they expect? Those people that were there, they wanted another one. What's the change? What's different?
So this year, I think we have listened to the feedback that we got, the kind of knowledge sharing, the learning, the development of, young people, especially females in the industry. It was a real vital part of the event. This year, we're making it slightly more technical. The feedback that we got was there was kind of a necessary need for more of that technical knowledge and sharing of information, but we're still very much keeping on theme with sharing of knowledge, collaboration, and really just sharing expertise of experts in the industry and men and women that support, especially women in new energy as well.
It was interesting there. I know you just said especially women. It sounds like I've just ignored the end of that. But, you touched on men as well. And that was a key point of the conversation we had in the build up to the last event, right? That men that champion women in the industry is also important. Is that
absolutely? We have, especially this year, we've got quite a focus on apprenticeships. We've got a focus on kind of CV and developing your own career, as well as getting that seat in the boardroom as a woman as well. And men are a vital part of obviously supporting women and other men in the industry to get where they need to in their career, to develop themselves and just give them that support to really get to where they want to in their job and their role in energy.
Good. And so from last year's event, what were your big key takeaways and how are they influencing this year?
I think the platform that we created for an event like this, obviously there was a huge need for that. The feedback that we got was that it was just such a very kind of sharing, a very welcoming atmosphere for people to come into. Very kind of informal, yet very much hearing kind of from leading experts in the industry about where they've got to in their career and how they've kind of addressed different challenges and really how they've developed and how they've lent on mentors and other people in the industry to help them get to where they are now.
Good. And so obviously we've already touched on this is the second year, so we're keeping that ball rolling. But what's the plans? What's the long-term goal for Women in New Energy?
So this year the format is slightly different. We've got roundtables, so we've got different themes that will lead discussions. Themes such as DE&I, upskilling, training, development, leadership. And it's very much going to have experts within those themes that will kind of share their expertise and also support the delegates that are there on the day. And we'll then have keynote speeches from some experts in the industry too. And they'll be sharing that information that's discussed around the roundtables and also just leading us to a panel speaking opportunity of sharing that knowledge as well and what's discussed on the day.
Perfect. And one last maybe slightly cheeky question. Can you give us any more little tidbits or insights before we all sign up to attend Women in New Energy?
Yeah, I think the exciting part of the event is we've got TNN Recruitment coming in and doing a kind of jobs CV clinic. So I think for anybody in that position that they're looking to kind of think about how they can progress their career, whether they're entering the industry or perhaps looking for that step up, there will be experts on hand to kind of give that real practical, tangible advice on the day as well.
Perfect. Well, I know I'm excited to head to Women in New Energy this year, and I hope you are too. But that does it for this episode of Energy Voice Out Loud. If you'd like to stay part of that global energy conversation, stay tuned to Energy Voice.